Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Tej Reviews. Today we're talking Apple Watch Series 6. So I've been using it for about a month now. So I'm going to tell you the good and the bad. If you already have an Apple Watch, you can just skip to this part of the video. But if this is going to be your first one, I'm going to let you know everything you need to know about getting an Apple Watch. So let's get into it. So if you're in the market for an Apple Watch, you've probably been thinking about getting some sort of wearable, whether it be a Fitbit. But you know, if you're already tied into the Apple ecosystem, you're thinking of an Apple Watch, you know, you want to stay connected but not always be with your device, and also benefit from all the health and safety capabilities of an Apple Watch. The Apple Watch will do exactly just that. The design is pretty cool. It's pretty much the same design they've kept from the first generation. It comes in two sizes, the 44mm and the 40mm. I've got the 44mm, but if I could go back, I would probably go with the 40 because I just find the 44 is a bit too dominating. It's just like kind of a big square block on your wrist. So one of the main parts of the Apple Watch is the health and safety capabilities. So the native app built in is called the Fitness app, and it tracks your movement. So just calculating how much energy you're burning, exercise, standing, and flights of stairs climbed. It's basically making sure you're not sitting down for too long, constantly kind of getting some sort of movement in, going upstairs, which is good, and exercise. So you get little reminders throughout the day to tell you to, you know, stand up if you've been sitting down too long, or get some exercise in, go for a walk, you know, just to keep you kind of motivated and just reminding you that, you know, health is wealth. There is also a workout application which you can use if you're about to do any form of exercise, from running to basketball to gym workouts, core workouts. You can literally go through all of them, and what it will do is just measure your heart rate as you're working out and post that to your file, which just lets you know how much you're doing across a certain period of time. There are a lot of third-party apps you can get as well, so you don't have to rely on the built-in ones. You can get Strava to measure your workouts. You can get the Adidas one, Under Armour. There's literally loads in the application store. Apple have also announced that they're going to be bringing Apple Fitness Plus, which is basically classes you can partake in by watching on your iPhone or iPad, Apple TV, and you can actually compete in the exercises and train. So there'll be like live video recordings with trainers, and you'll be able to literally do a workout from home or wherever you are at, if you want to go to the park, which I think is going to be pretty cool. The Apple Watch also has fall detection, so if you're riding a bike and you fall off, you know, hopefully someone's around to help you, but if not, the watch can automatically make a phone call for you to call the emergency services. Same if you're like on a ladder or any sort of height, it can recognize that you've taken a hard fall and call the emergency service for you, which can be, you know, life-saving. It also has emergency SOS. So if you're in a situation and you need to sort of call the emergency services, police or whatever, you can do that directly from the phone. I keep saying phone, from the watch. But there is one feature with the emergency SOS which I think is quite annoying, which is like when you hold the SOS button, it makes this a really annoying noise. So listen. Like, what is this? What is that supposed to be doing? That's supposed to deter a criminal. So you can turn that off in the settings. I turned it off. What? Go away! Well, they'll come, like, I don't know. But yeah, I turned that off. You can also measure your heart rate with the built-in ECG scanner. So with the Series 6, you get that with the watch. If there's any sort of irregular rhythms, it will notify you, but it won't notify you for like a potential heart attack or something. So yeah, it's been FDA approved in America. It's not something I use. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's cool to have, but I think if you had serious heart problems, you probably know anyways. I mean, there have been use cases where this actually saved someone's life because of like the notification, so let me not say that actually. So one of the big selling points of the Series 6 is the blood oxygen app. So the Apple Watch Series 6 can measure your blood oxygen. I didn't even know that was a thing until the Apple Watch. Just basically lets you know how much oxygen is in your blood, and you should probably be between, I think, 92 to 100%. People have done tests to compare this to an actual oximeter, which it's the actual device that medical professionals use to measure your blood oxygen, and the readings are pretty accurate. It's not FDA approved or EMA approved, so yeah, Apple don't say it with their chest like, yeah, use this to measure your blood oxygen, like it's a medical certified device. No, they're more like, hey, we've figured out how to measure your blood oxygen and it's pretty accurate in comparison to a regular oximeter, but if you die, yeah, it's not really our problem. So I never use it. Like, I just use it when I remember, like, I'm like, oh yeah, my Apple Watch has got a blood oxygen app. Let me just see what my blood oxygen is. And then I see it, I'm like, oh, cool. I've measured my blood oxygen today. So the Apple Watch Series 6 comes with watchOS 7 as standard. It's got a heap of new features. The ones that I think will benefit the user the most are these. So there's a new sleep app, which is an app that's on your phone and on your watch. So it can track your sleeping. So if you wear it through the night, and it will just track how well you're sleeping, the times where you wake up and go back to bed, which I think is cool. So it lets you know over a period of time how much sleep you're getting, so you kind of know if you're actually sleep deprived. The only thing I don't like is the fact that you have to set it to a specific time. So you set it to the time you want to go to bed and when you want to wake up, so it will only measure within those time frames. Like if you just have a quick nap during the day, it's not going to measure that unless you set it to that time. There is also a hand washing detection, because the times we're living in now is pretty crazy. So washing your hands and staying clean is very important. But I turned this off because I just think it's a bit of a gimmick. Yeah, it doesn't understand the difference between like washing the dishes or, you know, just a bit of water running. Yeah, so it's like, you know, I don't need to be reminded, and it's just annoying. I just think, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, if you want to use that, if you need to be reminded that you should wash your hands for 20 seconds, which is good, yeah. But for me, no, just turned it off. It was annoying me. There's also ear protection, which is basically there to notify you if you're in an environment that's too loud, which could be damaging to your ears. The only problem with this though is that like it tells you once the sound is gone. So if you was in like a loud concert, then you would think, okay, it will be like, hey, this environment's a bit too loud, and if you're in it for too long, it could be damaging. But what it is that like a loud bang can go, and then it will record that and say, hey, this environment's too loud. I'm like, dude, that happened like 10 minutes ago. Like, it's not actually that long, but do you know what I mean? So like, I think it should understand that, hey, this person has been in this environment for about, I don't know, 1 minute. Hey, maybe we should send a notification then. So I think the notification comes in too early, but Apple will fix this, hopefully anyways. But yeah, I just turned it off. So another cool benefit of the Apple Watch is that it allows you to stay connected but be away from your phone. So you can receive notifications from your apps, phone calls, texts, all directly to your phone. And your phone can be in your bag or your pocket or downstairs if you're upstairs. And then you can have the LTE version, which comes with cellular. So you can get an eSIM and you can literally be completely disconnected from your phone. You can turn your phone off and use your Apple Watch independently. Go about your day and not use your phone. I kind of just set that to like only like messages, WhatsApps and phone calls, and then maybe like food applications, because I like to know when my food's coming. But yeah, because I just think if you have everything connected, it's just always going off. Instagram, WhatsApp, you're just like and that can just get really annoying. If you're going on a run, you can leave your phone at home, get the headphones plugged in, you can use Spotify, Apple Music, all of that on your watch. Series 6 has an always on display, so the watch is always on. With like the Series 4 and below, you always had to do this motion to view the watch, and I thought that was really annoying. So I never actually got Apple Watch until Series 5, because I was just like, hey, like, I'm not doing this every time I want to see the time, you know? Like if you're driving and you just want to kind of just look over, you gotta be like that. It's just like, no. So yeah, they finally made it proper with the Series 5 upwards. So yeah, with the Series 6, you also get the always on display. Siri works great on the Apple Watch as well. It's just like your little helper, like almost like your little assistant. The good thing about it is you don't have to actually say, hey Siri, to get activated. All you've got to do is just literally raise your hand to your wrist and then give it some instructions, and then it works. So that's pretty cool. Battery life overall, I'll say it's good. It's not excellent because it's still a 2-a-day charging thing. If you're living a busy life, you want to use a sleep app and use all the health and safety capabilities of it, it's definitely a 2-a-day charge, and you're probably not going to have time to always get to 100%. You're either going to have to do a quick charge once you get home just to help you get through the night, or once you wake up, you're going to have to pop it on charge again whilst you get ready for your day. And then once you have finished breakfast, ready to leave, you can pop it back on and have a bit of juice like that. I mean, when it can get to the stage where like you go 2 days and then you're on like 60%, I think that's when it's going to be good. But I mean, this is doing so much. It's measuring your blood, it's doing ECG scans. It's constantly just working to figure out what you're doing. It's going to eat into the battery, and obviously they can't make it some big iPad on your wrist. So yeah, innovation really. Hopefully we get there. So should you upgrade? If you're using the original Apple Watch or Series 1 to 4, then yes, you would most definitely appreciate an upgrade, because you're going to get a whole bunch of features with watchOS 7 on a much faster responsive watch, which is going to give you the ECG scanner and the blood oxygen scanner as well. If you fancy the Series 6 but not really the price tag, the other option could be the Apple Watch SE, which is what Apple released alongside the Series 6. It's pretty much the same. It's got the same S6 processor. It just doesn't have the ECG scanner or the blood oxygen app and the always on display. The big loss on that for me is the always on display. So if that's not a problem, then yeah, that could also be another option for you. Like I said, the only time I'm using the ECG app or the blood oxygen app is when I remember that the watch actually has it. I don't regularly see the benefit from it on daily use. I think the most important thing from the watch is the irregular heart rhythm that the watch can detect to let you know, which I think is important, and it's available throughout the range. Series 5 users, I would say you can give this a pass. Your Series 5 watch is going pretty strong. I mean, unless you do some sort of high altitude training where you've got to constantly use the altimeter to measure your height and check your blood oxygen levels, I would say yeah, you don't need to upgrade to the Apple Watch Series 6. Your Series 5 is good. So that's it guys, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more of my reviews, consider subscribing to my channel. Please share this video amongst your friends, and yeah, that's it. Peace and love, and I'll see you guys in the next one.